name is Stephanie and welcome to my channel. As I mentioned on my last video, I started this channel as a way to document and be able to look at a year from now my pre-retirement plan. I have about a year to go before I retire. Oh, earrings falling out. And after a lot of research with fellow YouTubers, reading suggestions that the YouTubers made that are already in retirement and some of their mistakes, I decided I needed a plan for my retirement a year out so that I can be successful in retiring and not having to worry about a lot of the things that we all worry about. So today I put together, there's 10 things to consider for pre-retirement preparations, but today I'm going to give 5. In the next video I'll do 5 more. And I thought these suggestions were really spot on. It's things that we don't think about while we're still working, but make a lot of sense to try to take care of before you enter into your retirement years. Hopefully you can hear me because now the landscapers have started over on the other side of the hill. Hopefully it'll be able to hear the audio. So the first thing that I wanted to mention was buying big ticket items. That was one of the things that they suggested, was while you're working and you have a steady income coming in, is to try to purchase those big ticket items that you foresee needing, or maybe the washer's going out, new refrigerator, new patio furniture, whatever. Those big ticket items that have been on your list, best to purchase those before you're actually in your retirement, so you don't have to take that out of your retirement fund. It actually comes out of your working income. I think that makes a lot of sense, because after you're retired, who wants to go spend your retirement money on big ticket items instead of traveling? Number 2, home improvements. Another thing to really consider that I didn't think about. If you're planning on finishing your basement, or you've got some landscaping that needs to be done, painting, new flooring, whatever, those things to consider several years before you retire. Again, a good point, because you can cover those in your working years instead of having to take that out of your retirement fund, because our retirement funds should be for fun and not for those basic kind of things like that. Number 3, to purchase a new or used car. Boy, does that apply. We both drive 20-plus-year-old cars, so wow, didn't think about that. But they were mentioning if you purchase it several years out, then you can have it paid off by the time that you retire, and then it gets you into those retirement years and you don't have to worry about a new vehicle. I know a lot of people that by the time they get into retirement, they go down to maybe one car, but it is nice to think about that and not have that expense once you enter retirement years. So that's definitely one of those things that we need to put on our front burner, so that we have something that's going to get us around in retirement and not break down every 5 minutes. And number 4, exercise regimen. So important. I know I try to get my 10,000 steps in a day. Some days it's hard, some days it's easy. Also been trying to do weight training to get some of the menopausal weight off. That not only for weight, but also for muscle tone, because as we age, our muscles start to deteriorate and get atrophy. They just age. And by doing weight training and exercise, we can lengthen the amount of time before we're having those kinds of issues. I know for myself, I've seen my mom go through this, and it was very hard. Seeing her not being able to get up and move and be able to walk and do the things that she liked to do, gardening. So very important, and I think it's become really important for me to get those things in place. So like I said, I already do the 10,000 steps a day, pretty much every day, and then trying to reinsert the weight training so that when I am retired, I can can still get up and down. I can go do those things that I want to do that are active, like golfing, tennis, swimming, walking, hiking, so many things that I want to do. So I want to be able to have the stamina to be able to do those things that I've looked forward to doing. And number 5 for today is one of the things that one of the experts, well, I shouldn't say expert, one of the YouTubers that have been retired for some time mentioned about liquidating some of your assets to have at least 2 years of money in a liquid account and not held up in your investments. To do that while you're working, because you can pay the taxes on it, especially if it's in a 401k where you're going to get taxed because you're putting dollars in pre-tax. So I thought that was a good idea. That was definitely not something that I had thought about, and it makes a lot of sense. That way you have those funds there in an emergency should you need medical intervention of some sort or whatever. At least the money is a little more liquid and you're not waiting and having to pay taxes on that money after the fact. So really good thoughts. Some of these do apply to me. And anyway, so next video, I will do the next 5. Appreciate you listening and watching. Please like and subscribe so you can see when the next video comes out. Next video, I'll do 5 more topics, items that they say that we should think about before we actually get to our retirement date. So I'm excited to share those with you, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.